Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do the arm knitting, and this is one of the examples of the scarves you can do with arm knitting. You can also do a chunkier infinity scarf like this, which is the kind I'm going to actually show you today. And to achieve this, if you want this type of look, you're going to want to use like a homespun kind. And if you want the one I just showed you, the one we'll be doing today, is going to be wool ease, thick and quick. And basically, if you want a chunkier scarf like this, you're going to want one that says 6. You can see right there it says 6. And if you want something warm but not as chunky, you can choose the homespun, which is 5. So today I'm going to use a blue color because it's easier for you guys to see. But what you're going to do is you're going to take you want 2 rolls. They're $7.99 at like Joann's or Michael's, and you can use a coupon if you want to. That's what I did. So you're going to take the rolls, take each end from both, and you're going to measure out 3 like arm lengths as your tail. Then you're going to create a loop knot, which if you guys don't know what a loop knot is, you take your yarn, twist it, and pull. I'll show you one more time. This one actually took me forever. Take it, twist, and pull. And then you're going to use that as your first stitch, and you're going to tighten that. Not too tight, but you want to, that's the size of your loop. So however big you want your loop, that's where you want it tight. And then I'm going to show you guys how to make your first row. And this is the hardest part. Once you get through this, it's really easy. You're going to take your tail side. See my thumb go in front of the yarn and down. So you're creating this little loop around your finger. And then you're going to take this finger and pick up your working yarn. And you're going to have this. Now you're going to take this hand with the stitch on it, go through the loop you created on your thumb, and under both. And then you're going to tighten that a little bit, scooch it down, and we're going to do it again. So take your thumb over, take this finger behind. Now you're going to take your hand again, go through this loop, and you're going to go behind the one on your other finger and through the loop you just created. I'm going to do it a couple times for you guys. Before and front, this finger around, you can grab it with your others. You can see better, through, under, and through. And you want to create about 12 stitches. So right now I have 4. I'm just going to keep doing this for you guys. This is the longest part. And the more you do this, the faster you'll get. You can make these scarves in a half an hour. You're going to start off probably making them in about an hour. But that's okay. And you want to keep pulling at your yarn, your little bundles, just to get enough working yarn for a couple stitches. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go for 6 more. So you guys can see this better again. Loop through, take this one, and there you go. It took me a couple times, guys, seriously, of watching how to do it before I figured it out. So if you need to stop, rewind, and keep going through that until you figure it out, go ahead. I mean, it really is hard to do that at first. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 1 more. Okay, so now you've got your 12 stitches. If you want your scarf to be wider, then you can make it more than that, but I'm just going to stick with the 12. I like the size of that scarf. And now it's time. You're going to take this is your tail. You're not going to use this again. So you're just going to work with your working yarn, the one that's still attached to the skein of yarn. You're going to take that and hold it in the hand that you actually have the stitches on. Take the first loop, pull it over, and your hand's going to go through that new one. And you're going to pull it down to where you want it and tighten it. You're not going to be able to tighten it really that tight. And you're going to feel like it's really loose at first. But just keep doing that. And you're gonna get this, like, you're gonna be like, what is this? This is a hot mess. It is a hot mess, but after you get 2 or 3 rows done, you're gonna notice that it looks good. So you're gonna think that you're messing up at first, but I urge you to continue doing it until you get to where you see, look, it's already looking like you can see your first row. And then just keep taking it in the working hand, doing a loop, and scooch, get some more yarn. Okay, go back to holding it, and switch. Pull over, make that loop. 3 more. And there you go. Now you've successfully switched arms. Now this is your first loop. Now this was what was around your wrist the first time. Now this is going to be the second loop. Now you're going to do the same thing that you just did, pulling out some more yarn. And you're going to go back. So now you're going to have it in this hand. Grab. There's your new loop. Get to where you want it and tighten it. Grab. There's your new loop. Working yarn. Pulling it over. New loop. And you can crank these scarves out once you really get used to it. I've already made a ton and I keep buying more. Because I love making these scarves and I love having them like in every color. So I tend to go back to Joann's or Michael's every day and use those coupons to get my better deal. Because you save like $4 or $5 when you're using the 40% off or the 50% off coupons. You guys can see me, I just did that one pretty fast. Now, the last couple ones are gonna be like, see, like that's really loose. Like the last 2 on each, like each time you switch is gonna be pretty loose. That's okay. It'll work itself out at the end. Now you're back at the beginning. You're gonna just keep doing that. So, like I said, just keep doing it. Pull it down. Up and through, and through. So if you guys need to pause this and re-watch it, go ahead. But it really is really simple, and what I love about this is you can do this when you're watching TV or anything like that, so it's something that you can do while doing something else, which is nice. It just keeps your hands busy. And all you need is your arms, a scissors, and a needle if you're gonna make it into an infinity scarf. So you don't even need like crochet hooks or a loom or anything. So now you guys can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, and we're on our 4th row. Now this is the wrong side. Like if you wanna see the pretty side, this is the pretty side. This is the side with like the knots and stuff, and then you'll see the pretty side is on the other side. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. And if you want a longer infinity scarf like this one, you're gonna wanna make it twice the length of this. See this? That's how long it is, because you're gonna wanna be able to loop it around your neck twice. If you don't want it twice looped, you can just make it where it's 1, which I'll show you that at the end, how I did the 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this, and I will fill you back in when I get closer to the end. So when you get to this point, you guys see this? This is how big it is right now. If you only want 1 loop and it not to be as chunky, you could go for this, or if you want it to be a little bit longer, you can go differently. But I'm gonna show you, if you wanna measure it, you take it, you know, like around and where your arm is. So this is what the length would be like right now. And it's not this puffy, it's just this puffy because I have my scarf underneath it. So it would be really thin, it lays flat like that if you want 1 layer. If you want 2, you're gonna want at least double this. So that's what I want. So I'm gonna keep going. Now I'm actually on my last, this is my last one. This is how long it is. If you guys can see that, I'll lean it back. I mean, it's really long. So I'll count how many stitches and post it for you guys as well. But I'm gonna show you how to end it now, how to cast it off. You're going to take this side again, and you're gonna switch it like you normally do. So you're gonna do 2 stitches, 1, 2. Now this is where it gets different. Once you have 2 on here, take the one behind, so this is the one right here, lift it up, but instead of pulling it through like you normally do, let go of the working yarn and drop the stitch. So pick up the working yarn again and tighten it off, and then you're going to create another loop on this arm and do the same thing. I'm going to take a little bit more of this working yarn, it's getting stuck. Okay, so now you drop this yarn, pull over, and drop. So now you're not creating another loop at the end, you're finishing it. So now you've got your 2, drop, pull off, and tighten. Same thing, create one more loop on this hand, drop, pull over, and tighten. Create a loop, drop, pull over, and tighten. Another one, drop, pull over, tighten. This is what it kind of looks like when you guys are in between too. It's kind of fun to look at. Create loop, drop, pull over, and tighten. Create loop, pull over, and tighten. Same thing. Drop. Okay. Now, you still want to drop, pull over, but now you only have one left and you can't have anything to pull it over. So you're going to take your working yarn and you're actually going to cut it. So I cut about this much. And then you're done with your skeins, so you can take them out of the way. And I actually pull my hand off the loop and I just pull it through and I tighten it. Now, if you're going to make the infinity scarf out of it, you're going to take the infinity scarf and fold it over on top of itself. So this is what it looks like folded on top of itself. And you want the bumpy side, the side that you don't want to wear out, facing outward right now, because we're going to be sewing the 2 tops together. Okay, so now you're going to take the yarn that you just finished working with and you just cut off, and now you're going to just thread the needle. I found a quick way is just to pull it real tight towards the tip, and then you can just pinch it through. Okay, so now that's threaded. You don't want to knot it or anything. You just want it like that. And you're going to start taking tip to tip, which is right here and right here, and start sewing like you normally would. And you're going to do that all the way down. Now once you get all the way through, I'm just going to go back just to reinforce it. And then once you get it back to the start, I'm going to show you an easy way just to finish it off. Okay, so now you've got your tail that you initially had from the beginning. And now you've got what's left of the stuff you just sewed with. And I'm just gonna triple knot it. So you just knot it once, knot it twice, and knot it a third time. And then just cut it off And there is your finished scarf. Now with these, you want to be careful because they're big loops. So if you pull on one, it will stretch it. And then you'll just have one random long loop. Okay, so now that we finished, this is our finished infinity scarf. You're gonna carefully find the loop, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So it would be this long if you didn't double loop it. Okay, so here's your double loop, and just find how you like it. And there you go. There is your infinity scarf, and it's really pretty. It's really chunky. It's really warm. Like I said, you don't want to pull on these little strings because they will become loose. So this is the big chunky one. This is one I was wearing just until I just took it off to put this on. This is the homespun that I showed you at the beginning. It looks more stringy like this, but I love this color. So that's what that looks like, and this is what this looks like. I'm also going to show you real quick what the only one loop infinity looks like. Okay, and sorry if I keep looking off to this side because I have my flip camera thing out so that I can see what I'm doing. So this is what the one loop looks like. It's only this big, but when you put it on, it looks like this. So it's the same look, it's just less chunky. So yeah, I like this kind too. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on arm knitting and the 30-minute scarf. And these actually take even less time. These will take like 15 when you get really fast, or like 20 to 30 if you're not fast yet to make, because they're only half the size. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Post below if you have any other requests you would like to see from me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!
Let's break away from where we've been. Let's raise a sail.